Hey guys, Joey here, back with another video. This time with a follow-up on my early CN analysis of Yixuan, with the focus now being on her team comms and her example rotation. So if you like this style of content, feel free to subscribe. And my upcoming videos will most likely be focusing on the upcoming character for Genshin Skirt. So hope you guys will still stick along, and without further ado, let's begin. Now for Yixuan team comms, Pan Yin-Hu is going to be best in slot as Yixuan's second teammate, and is going to be irreplaceable as of now. This is because he's the only agent right now to give sheer force buff when using his EX special and triggering a quick assist back to Yixuan. He also has an additional ability that allows him to apply debuff that increases damage dealt to enemies by 20% and up to 30 seconds. And if you guys were lucky enough to get his M6, this makes him comparable to Astra Yao in terms of buffing contribution in Yixuan teams, which we'll be talking about later on. So for the CN side, they recommend building Pan Yin-Hu by focusing on leveling up his assist, EX special and ultimate. And also for his drive disc, you're going to want to build a 4-piece Protopunk set or Astral Voice and a 2-piece Swing Jazz set, with the slot 4 focusing on attack percent, slot 5 also focusing on attack percent, and slot 6 focusing on energy regen. You guys can also focus on building some crit stats on him, because Pan Yin-Hu only requires an additional 3000 attack, so that's quite easily achievable. Now as for Yixuan's third slot teammate, this is going to be up for debate, as the CN side general consensus is that Ji Fufu will be her best in slot, but you're going to have to wait until the next half in order to get her. And they also recommend that for her team comms, is going to focus on having one stunner and a one support team comm. So until then, you are going to want to focus on using either Qingyi, Trigger, M6 Palkra or Astra Yao, and you can also consider using Koleda and Caesar, with the last options being M6 Lucy and M6 Sokaku. So now I'll be going to focus on the explanation by the CN side on why to use these characters. So for Qingyi, she's going to be the preferred stun agent for Yixuan, and that is because she's going to be easily able to complete the days meter after Yixuan finishes her attacking sequence. However, for Qingyi, she's going to have two issues, and the first being that her additional ability can't be activated in Yixuan team comms, and the second being that she clashes with Yixuan for on-field time. So for how Qingyi wants to play is that she wants to be on-field and she wants to stack her stun damage multiplier against the enemy, but this is going to take a while against boss enemies, and since she's going to start attacking for quite a long time, this will actually cause the days to build up and she might trigger it too early. And this in turn is going to affect Yixuan in that she might not have enough resources built up in order to use her optimal attacks for when the enemy is in the stun phase. Now for Trigger, she's going to be a decent stun agent, and she's going to be the opposite of Qingyi in that she doesn't affect Yixuan's on-field time as much, and also provides the stun damage multiplier similarly. However, she's going to have more issues in that her additional ability also cannot be activated in Yixuan team comm, and she won't be able to use the buff from her signature W engine. So if you didn't know, Trigger's signature W engine provides a 25% defense shred, and as we all know, Yixuan doesn't benefit from that because she already ignores the defense of enemies. And lastly, the other issue is that Trigger is going to be building up the days meter slowly compared to Qingyi, and this in turn is going to waste Yixuan resources, because Yixuan might be able to build up all her resources and have enough adrenaline points to start attacking the enemy when they are stunned. But because the enemy isn't stunned yet, she's going to waste resources and is going to start overflowing her adrenaline points. Now moving on to the last two recommended teammates for Yixuan, one of them is going to be Palkra M6. And basically, I know a lot of you guys were debating on whether to use Palkra or Lucy, and the CN side agrees with you guys that actually Palkra will be better than Lucy. So the reason why is that she's going to be a mini version of Trigger, except that she can actually activate her additional ability after 2.0 update, where she's going to be able to pair up with Rupture characters now. And basically what this additional ability is going to do at M6 is that it's going to provide Yixuan with a 30% damage buff. However, getting an M6 A rank agent is actually going to be particularly difficult for F2P players, even though now there's the A rank selector in the monthly signal shop for you guys to get, so it's going to be slightly easier. But the other issue also is going to be that Palkra's overall days build up is going to be slow like Triggers compared to Qingyi. So she's going to have the same issues in that Yixuan is going to be wasting resources if you don't daze the enemy in time. As for Astra Yao, she's still going to be a very good support for Yixuan, in that she's going to be a great buffer that provides crit damage and general damage buffs, and she's also going to be able to buff attack as well, although this is not going to be as essential for Yixuan because Yixuan is going to scale better off HP. And one issue that you might face with Astra Yao is that if you are going to use her together with Pan Yinhu, you're going to struggle to build out daze, and this is going to be in turn affecting the amount of time you're going to take for the fight. For the remaining agents, CN side is going to feel that they're not going to be as good as the previously mentioned characters, but they are still going to be usable in the sense that they still provide good utility for Yixuan. So the first being Koleda, is going to be a good stun agent that can complete the daze meter, just like how Qingyi is able to do so. However, because Koleda is unable to provide any more meaningful buffs to Yixuan compared to Qingyi, where Qingyi is able to provide the stun damage multiplier, and Koleda is only going to be able to provide a chain attack damage buff, which isn't very useful for Yixuan because Yixuan isn't a chain attack DPS. As for Caesar, she's going to be a flexible character that can act as a half stunner and damage buffer for Yixuan, but the main priority is that Caesar is going to provide shields for her team, and this is not really necessary for Yixuan because Yixuan is already a HP scaling DPS, as she has a lot of iframe built into her kit, so survivability won't be a problem for her. So it will be better off using Caesar in your other team comps for your daily assault. And as for Lucy and Sokaku, they're going to be the last options because they only provide attack buffs, and as we all know, this isn't really going to be beneficial for Yixuan, but it's still going to be usable, so they're there as a really last option if you don't have the other mentioned characters. Looking at the example rotation, we have Yixuan with Pan Yinhu and either Koleda or Qingyi. Remember to place Pan Yinhu after Yixuan in the team setup. So start off with Pan Yinhu EX special into a quick assist to Yixuan, giving her debuffs, after which you want to start building technique by using Yixuan's EX special to consume adrenaline points. At the same time, use your parries and dodges to continuously gain adrenaline points. You repeat this process until Yixuan has built up all her technique and some adrenaline points. That's when you switch to your stun agent and proceed to stun the enemy. First chain attack using Yixuan, followed up by chain cancelling into Pan Yinhu EX special, which allows you to buff Yixuan and chain attack with her again. Next, during the stun phase, you'll start jumping her resources by using her special ultimate, followed up by holding basic attack to deal damage and consume adrenaline points, and then holding the dodge to consume your black ink point and do the special attack. If your normal ultimate is ready by then, use it immediately to close out the sequence. Now closing out the video, we're going to be seeing the CN final thought, and that is that there's still no perfect support for Yixuan as of now. So the CN side feels that Jifufu should be her best stun agent, and that Pan Yinhu is good, but him being A rank holds him back because his stats will never be as good as an S rank agent. So that leads the CN side to speculate that there will be an S rank buffer agent coming out in the future built for Yixuan, and that you guys should save up and invest into that agent. And coming on to my own final thoughts, I would say that you guys should choose Yixuan teammates based on your personal playstyle. So if you guys want to play Yixuan personally as a more on-field DPS, then just choose characters that are going to be off-field and that will still benefit Yixuan. Whereas if you are more of a quick swap style of play, then just choose maybe Qingyi or Koleda, and you're still going to be able to find similar results. So that wraps up the CN analysis for Yixuan. Hope this video finds you guys well and that all your Yixuan pulls actually went according to plan. Mine didn't, but it is what it is in gacha, so be it. Come join me on Twitch and see you guys next time. Take care.